Hey, what is up? Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends comic book series, Ultimate Iron Man. This line is, I believe, their newest line in the Marvel Legends series where they feature comic book characters within Marvel Universe. Yeah, I don't really get this wave, the theme of it. The figures that they chose are seemingly random, but I guess maybe the Marvel Cinematic Universe is probably more popular at this point than the comic books. So they got to remind people, hey, you know what? These are comic book characters. So here is the packaging that he comes in. It says down here, comic accessory. Yeah, he does come with a little comic book in there, which I think is probably the coolest part of this series. So if you get all of them, you have a little comic book library for your figures. One thing I will say about the packaging is you can see on the corner here, they're kind of paying homage to the to comic books. I think that what they should have done is try to get the figure in more of a dynamic pose to try and kind of emulate a comic book cover, but there's not a lot of space in these bubbles, so of course you guys got to be standing upright. You can see his accessories in there. Right there on the bottom it says Ultimate Iron Man, and on the back of the box it shows some more artwork and the comic book that inspired this figure and the other figures within the line. Also, look for Banshee Rom, which I believe is a one of the more popular ones in this wave, and Ultimate Miles Morales, Ultimate Iron Man, Adam Warlock, and Draken the Wolverine. And right here on the side, there's a little bio. In the Ultimate Iron Man series, Tony Stark uses the intellect and regenerative capabilities he was born with to defend himself and others as Iron Man. What? He has regenerative capabilities? Yeah, I never read any of the Ultimate series, so I didn't know that. That's interesting. So there's the box. Let's get him cracked open and take a look at the figure. And here is Ultimate Iron Man out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's talk about the accessories. As you can see, he doesn't come with a lot, but what he does come with, I think, are essential for this figure. He comes with 3 sets of hands, 2 closed fists that are already on him, 2 open palms, and you can see these do have little plug holes on the palms, which, if I'm not mistaken, may accommodate for blast effect pieces, but unfortunately, he doesn't come with any. Go figure. And he also comes with 2 gripping hands. I also got to mention that all the hands are jointed the same way. They have one swivel joint that just goes one way. And these gripping hands are perfect to hold the comic book he comes with, which is an Iron Man comic of the suit he's wearing. That's a little narcissistic, don't you think? But the comic itself is done in all black plastic with a very nice print on it. It's very clean and clear. For the size, you can actually make out the lettering and all the details. It's quite impressive, actually. And then the back, it says Marvel Legends series. The plastic they use is very malleable, so it does give the feel of a paperback comic. And you can see it's molded with little staples on the side and the spine there. And the inside does give the appearance of pages. If you were savvy or a customizer, you might want to give a little bit of a paint right there, a little bit of white paint to give the illusion of pages on the inside. So those are the accessories he comes with. Now let's take a look at the figure. Now I like this Iron Man quite a bit. The design of this suit is very detailed and it looks great. You can see it's done with this silver plastic painted over with this red. The red they chose to use is very vibrant. It looks great. He also has these bits that are done in this flat gunmetal gray, like his abs and his thighs, to give it more of a layered look to his armor. And there's a lot of detailing on this guy. His boots are looking fierce with those stompers. He has boosters right there on the back of his ankles. His hands, his gauntlets, they seem to have weaponry on them. This guy is detailed up and down. He looks fantastic. Now let's take a look at his posability. So his head is on a swivel joint. You can see that joint there. So he can look up, look down, and side to side. The base of his neck also has a joint on it, so it can move back and forth. His shoulders are a little hindered by these shoulder pads, so they can't go up too far to the side, but when you rotate them, they do rotate with the arm. Okay, so it doesn't hinder it too much. And his shoulders are done in that sort of hinge swivel joint that you see on a lot of Marvel Legends. His elbows are on a double hinge, so he can bend it quite a bit, even with all that armor in the way. His hand is on a swivel, and of course, as we know, we can remove this and put his other hand inside. That's that's the wrong hand. Put his other hand inside there. His waist, he has that ab kind of ball joint. Doesn't have a lot of movement back and forward, but the waist joint can supplement that quite a bit. So we can have a lot of movement, turn all the way around. His thigh joints are on the same. He can't do the splits too well because his armor does get in the way, but he can move forward and back, and there is a swivel joint right there at the thigh. And then his knees are on that double jointed knee, so he can kick all the way back, kick his own butt. And his ankle joints, there's a hinge there, along with a rocker. So this guy can get into some pretty nice poses. But the only pose I want to see him in right now, I want to see him reading his own comic. They made a comic about me? What? So someone had mentioned to me that I should include size comparisons within my reviews, and I think that's a great idea, so I'm going to start doing that. Not really being sure of what the standard is or what exactly you collect, so I included a variety of figures for my own collection to give you an idea of Iron Man's size. But what would be even more accurate is if I got a ruler out. And there you can see he stands just at about 6.5 inches tall. So this will give you an idea of how he will size up in your own collection. So there we have Marvel Legends comic book series Ultimate Iron Man. Do I recommend this figure? Yeah, I think I do recommend him, but I will also give a caveat to that. Your mileage may vary based on whether or not you actually like the design of this Iron Man armor, and also if you're okay with it not coming with too many accessories. Uh, I happen to not really care that much about the accessories, and I actually really do like this design of this armor, so I got to give my recommendation. I say go out and pick him up if you can, or don't, whatever. Have a good day.